Welcome back, everyone. LanceScurv here. I just wanted to chat about one of my pet peeves, maybe something I've observed even more so. That's very disappointing here in Ghana. I couldn't believe the amount of bleaching cream billboards, skin lightening cream billboards, and skin whitening cream billboards. And I see these products sold on the street in abundance, just as much as you see fruit and vegetables. Then I began to think to myself, that's a big thing in America also, as well as the weaves and the glue on hair and so on and so forth. It's here too. It's wonderful when I see a beautiful Black African sister who is proud of how she's made naturally. No alterations. But colonialism, slavery, the enslaved mind is something that's alive and well in 2026. And I knew it was like that in my research before I came here. And it's not a thing that makes me love this place any less. It's just that to see how epidemic this thing is, which shows how people feel about themselves, how women feel about themselves, how men feel about the women. When I go down into Accra and go down to the malls and the shops and the busy streets, and when I see the occasional white woman who may be by herself or with a Black African man, that Black African man, he is giving her the queen's treatment. And I mean, I've seen some white women here that like, oh my God, the cellulite, the cottage cheese looking, pale, flabby. Oh God, and these guys are kissing on them and hugging them up and holding the chair out for them and opening up the door for them. And I mean, to the point where it's like a skit. But they wouldn't dare treat their own sisters like that. But then again, it's the same thing with many of our sisters. They will look at that white woman like she's God's gift to the earth, and they would want to emulate things about her. With a lot of our sisters here, especially those who are up in the country, far away from the city, eating natural food, limited exposure to social media, although phones are all over the place, there are places where the signal doesn't go. And they already have their lives established by the things that they do to keep their lives going. And you can pretty much say in those faraway places that much of it is off the grid. And I don't see that level of self-hate, because that's what it is. Let's call it what it is. And it's always been there. I've talked about this for years. But it really is a disappointment when you come to the motherland and you expect individuals to be a little more conscious of what's going on. And it's not. It's not like that. It's not like that. I've heard women in passing, in cordial conversation, tell me, oh, if I had a baby with you, it would be a white baby. No, the hell it won't. Why would you say that? Well, because I may be a little lighter in my complexion, it doesn't make me any less of a Black man. But that carries so much weight in the minds of many that that's something in their mind that's a step up. And oftentimes that's why I get hit on. That And because I'm from America, and the perception is that you have a lot of money when you come from America, and it's a status symbol to parade around. For many, not all. But the standard overall, aside from the bleaching cream and wearing the wigs and the straight hair, it doesn't change who you are, sisters. You may run for a white man, but he may fetishize you and your blackness and use you for your body, and he's gone after a while after using you, but you don't realize that yet. You know, I've run into a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people because of me being online for so long. The whole social media thing is so picked over now. You may notice that I do what I do and I move on. This is nothing to run down. Do what you do and hold it down in your lane. And so I do come out every day and speak. I probably won't even do it 5 times a day like I used to. It's like running after a bus that you're close to, and the bus is moving and pulling away, and you're running after it, and eventually you realize, wait a second, I'm not going to catch this bus. Let it go on. I'll get the next one. So I create and move from within every single day, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 20 minutes, doesn't matter. It's a bus that will get away from you. And when you say certain things, not that you want the whole world to listen, because they're not, because there's so many people to listen to. But you would think with all the information that's out here, folks would reflect and look within, and it's like, okay, enough is enough. I'm not going to come here and rant about it. I'm just talking to the folks who are riding the fence, who may be wondering about their actions or what makes them want to whiten their skin. They feel as though it's a step up. They may feel more desirable. The women may feel as though they can catch a man better, a better standard of man, because now you look white and your hair is straight, the wig you have on or what you weaved in, but we all know it looks fake. We all know. And bleached skin looks terrible, y'all. We know that it's bleached. We know what you're trying. Face white, neck black. We know. Face white, ass black. You're not rubbing that cream everywhere. And when you do, it takes on this look. It does not look healthy. But for that temporary change, you don't care. You don't care about the chemicals that are in these things that are damaging you. You don't care about it. And it's so many different brands. They've done studies. And I breezed through this article that was created in 2023. And they got down in it. They analyzed global interest in skin whitening by geographic region. And it's funny to see the maps and who uses it the most. And oh God, where I am now in Ghana, that's among the top users of skin bleaching cream in the world. And not just Ghana. I'm not going to just say that. It's Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Uganda, Ghana. I didn't say Ghana was the number one, but it's one of the top ones. Actually, Nigeria is number one. Zimbabwe is number 2. Zambia is 3rd. Uganda is 4th, and Ghana is 5th. But it's just so much evident here. Of course, the Caribbean now. Let's not forget them. Right? St. Vincent, Jamaica, Ghana. Okay, Ghana, that's the worldwide one, but wow, Jamaica beats Ghana. It's crazy. There's different categories of this thing. So I may put a link to it so you can slice and dice it up. If people want to argue and say, oh, it's not that way. Because sometimes you can say, oh, now listen, over in India, it's bad too with that, because they have the same thing going on. They have the same thing with colorism going on over there in India. It's a worldwide thing. The European has really tricked and hijacked the minds of people in the world who have melanin in their skin. And melanin is so expensive. And I believe a lot of these people who are disappearing, the children, and different people, they're kidnapped for their body parts and their melanin. They're not going to broadcast that. Where are all of these children disappearing from? And here, children roam free. I don't mean they're roaming free miles away from their villages. No, but they're walking freely. And there's always an adult that can see them, but sometimes they go off the beaten path. And it makes me wonder when I see these white men walking around way up in areas far away. What are you there for? What are you looking for? No matter what, it's always something to exploit the people in the motherland and beyond. And if you want to run that way, whether it's bleaching or laying up with one of these demons or inviting them into your country to shoot their chemicals in the bloodstreams of the people, you go ahead and you'll find out the results. Look, I'm at a point now where I'm kind of backing up from all of this whole thing. I'm not going to sit here and scream about these things every day of my life and collectively with others who do the same thing too. I'm not doing it. I want to enjoy myself now. I want to look around and see the world a certain way. And I'm happy doing it. I am. I'm on a whole different level now. I'm really enjoying my life. And if a person wants to jump in their vehicle and drive at 120 miles an hour and run into a brick wall, if you really want to do that, be my guest. I'm not symbolically pulling out my hair because of it. Ignorance, ignorance, ignorance. Now, you have actors and actresses who play roles and they may have to do something to their hair. I understand that, but poor people? The poor people. Now, let's talk about the poor people. I'm not calling you poor like I'm speaking to you in a condescending way. But it's in America too. You have an abundance of churches, an abundance of liquor stores, an abundance of so-called beauty parlors. Beauty, okay? Like you have to go there to get beauty. Like you're not born with beauty. In the poor neighborhoods, the women look after their hair and spend so much money that they really can't afford. I'm not in anybody's pocket to tell you what you can't afford, but it's ridiculous. Week after week after week, gotta get my hair done. Then the esteem goes up when your hair is dyed and laid to the side, or whatever way you do. Whatever way you do to keep it from looking like the natural hair that grows out of your scalp, because you don't like that hair. Because in your mind, that hair is inferior. It doesn't look, what's the word the lady used? Refined. You wouldn't dare go to a job interview wearing natural hair. They don't want that. If you're a receptionist, it must be straightened. I don't know if you saw that little clip years ago, and I had it on my old website. It was a video of a young girl who had this wig on her head. And she could have been like about 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old. And when the mother took the wig off, she started crying uncontrollably. When the woman gave her the hair back, she was looking in the mirror and adored herself. A child feeling this way? She's basically ruined for life by the way she sees herself. From birth, Just like the doll test. Which doll is better? Which one do you want? The black one or the white one? People pick the white one. Will we ever get over this stuff? Will we ever get beyond this brainwashing that has us thinking of ourselves as less? Will we ever? Seriously. Not in my lifetime. And there's more behind me than in front of me. And I'm not mad at that. Because with each passing day, I'm ready to graduate anyway. I'm not giving up on life. No, I love life, but I want to feel the real life. I don't want to have a mind, the colonized mind, which keeps me from enjoying a full life in nature, the way that the Creator intended. It's a disappointment. And so many women I've spoken to, I can't say an overwhelming amount because it all depends on who you associate with, but there have been very intelligent women I've spoken to, and they say, that's why I'm not going to mess with black men anymore. They're just too abusive. I've never had luck with black men. Or maybe it's the ones you choose. Maybe it's the one you choose. You can't speak for all black men. You see, so many of us we're into these categories. And it's easier for us to it's easier for us to accept our twisted form of reality by accepting these dynamics that favor how we feel and not the real, authentic reality. So all black men are bad, or all white men are good. So what happens when you go with a white man? You get beat, cheated on. Disease is coming back at you. You know, we need to pull away from all that we've been brainwashed to believe and start all over again. But that's too much. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to get back to the end of the line and start all over again. We were born pure, and all of these little subtle things creep into our mind. Brothers, you bring home a woman and she's darker skinned. She's not going to get the same reception as if she was really pale and white. Now, this is not every situation, but I'm just speaking about the colorism now, the self-hate, all of that stuff. It's just so sickening. Heard an African girl the other day, I want to get out of Ghana. I want to meet white man and live a charmed life. You've been watching too many of their damn movies. The savior? He's going to be your savior? I know a couple of white men you would not want to be with. It's worse than I thought, yo. And I'm in the motherland. And so many of us come here from America, from the West also, Canada, the Caribbean. And we bring that crap with us. We bring the same crap over here with us. Except that we dress it up in dashikis, wearing the ox, wrapping your hair, piercing your nose, changing your name, picking out words from Ghana and China. Akwaba. Before you put on clean clothes, don't you wash your ass? Or before you put on a dashiki when you get here, you should have cleansed yourself of the foolishness that you have in your heart. That's why most who come out here and live out here are friggin' weirdos. I'm scared of them. Oh no. That's why I stay to myself. They straight weirdos, man. Trying to see how you live and how you're getting it. What he got going on? How's he get his money? What's his house look like inside? You'll never know. We get on there and perform for social media. We're the biggest ones wearing African garb, which I have nothing against. Trying to out-African the native African-born people because you want to reinvent yourself because you know you were basically shitty where you came from. It's not going to change things. It's not going to stop you from gossiping. It's not going to stop you from being nosy. It's not going to stop you unless you make the change on the inside. It's not going to stop you from being hateful. You know, Mrs. Scurv was telling me how, for her growing up in Jamaica, in St. Catherine, how everybody got together, pulled together. It was a community, and everybody helped each other. They were there for each other. You felt at home wherever you went in that community. I said, look at the vibration now in the world. That's what's missing. Community, especially in the Black neighborhoods. I shouldn't say neighborhood, I should say Black community, but how many communities do we have? Most of us look for reasons to hate each other because of their own inadequacies from within. You have insecurities and you feel inadequate in certain ways, so you hate on your neighbor. Competition. See, those things are there. And it would be nice if it wasn't there, but I was raised to be independent, self-sufficient. So when those conditions are there, it doesn't hurt me. When I have my face down on a piece of paper and I'm drawing a detailed picture and playing my music, I'm in heaven. When I'm writing an article and my mind is deep in the words, I'm in heaven. That's just the way I lived. Now, if you follow this platform, you know that I have an older brother, but we have different fathers, and he's 11 years older than me. So I have a brother, but I basically grew up as an only child, and technically I am because I'm the only product of my mother and father. So growing up with the thought that I grew up as an only child, I knew how to entertain myself. I got into my homework. I got into my artwork. I got into all of those things. Although I can be the life of the party and get along with everybody, I never feel isolated. I prefer the solitude because there's no distractions. I don't have to babysit somebody else's idiosyncrasies. It's a sweet feeling. A lot of folks come your way and you feel this weight of what they have not dealt with, and now they want to put it on you. No. And so for those who, back to the original situation with the colorism, people act a certain way, but then when you dig deeper, you see something else. Imagine a person who doesn't love the way they look, the magnificent way they were made. Look at your body. You can chop off an arm. You can chop off both arms. You need your arms. You can chop off both legs. But guess what? The Creator made you so wonderful that all of your internal organs are in your chest cavity, your torso. Ain't that something? Didn't think about that, did you? And how in such a small place, all of these systems are compacted in just so compact with each other. You look at an engine of a car and you lift up the hood and you say, man, look at all that's going on. Well, your chest cavity is even more amazing. But yet, we don't like the way we look, according to society's so-called twisted standards, right? It's very disappointing. And you see this sickness, you want to say something, but you just, And for me, if a person And there are nice people who have sicknesses like this. But I prefer not to be around it because I'm not going to bite my tongue when it's time to speak on it. I see women who are older now and have been bleaching their skin their whole life. You know, their skin looks like old leather. And they still do it to lighten up a little bit more before a wedding or a function. And the skin looks terrible, like a burn victim, because basically that's what you are. It's really heartbreaking. But there's so many other things about us that need correction. And it's just too heavy for me right now. It's a nice day outside, a little overcast, wind's blowing. I just want to take a nice long walk in nature and enjoy it. And indulge in continuous self-healing. Because right now, I don't have the time to babysit somebody else's hang-ups. I don't have the time to deal with a mask, meaning the different and various masks that we see in people, and they have a different heart that the mask doesn't indicate. In actuality, I'm leaving my cell phone home when I take that walk. This is the second day this week that I've done that. I do that 2 days out of the week. So people with their notifications and their alerts and their this and their that. You know, I get hundreds of forwarded videos every day. If not about 1,500 to 2,000 on some of the more intense days. Look at this, watch this. I know people who go to YouTube, they'll send a video and they'll look in the sidebar and send me all of those bring, bring, and my alerts bring, bring. I'm like, I'm cutting this phone off. I can't deal with it. I can't do that because you do that. I can't do that. And they get mad when you don't get caught up to sit there for your whole day looking at stuff they threw at you. No. I'm getting into the old man phase. I'm kind of tired of people. People who don't have any direction or have no control, don't expect me to be that way. Don't expect me to be that way. It's called growth. I have no interest in anything that's not going to build me up. I have no interest in anybody who hates themselves. What kind of conversation are we going to have when it's all about elevation for me? You see? I just wanted to talk on that. I can talk on that all day. I just wanted to drop those few thoughts. They were random. They were kind of all over the place. But again, we need to get it together from within, because you can lighten your skin as much as you can, but you know who you are and you know what you are. And that's something you can't change. It seems like everybody on some level wants to change themselves. Some instantaneous way of taking hormones and changing who you were born to be, bleaching cream, fake status. You're reaching for this status that doesn't exist. You want this thing called success, or just more money to show off for other people. Do you really feel successful? Do you really feel whole? Do you really feel complete? Are you healed? We all need healing. Ask yourself, what area in your being or areas do you need healing? Stop wearing the mask. Stop trying to change yourself on a superficial level, because those of us who have the extreme sense of discernment, we can see right through that. That doesn't impress us at all. Anyway, I just want to say much love to you all. It's a journey. And when you listen to these monologues that I do, I'll be in different moods sometime, just on how I feel. And I need to clean the filters that I have from the gunk from people that have come around me. Time to clean the filters and stay away so I can breathe easier. Because not only do I have homework to do from within, a lot of y'all got a lot of work to do from within. And it's not for me to judge, but I can assess it by what I see. And boy, it's a whole lot. A cream can't erase it. A Viagra pill can't erase it. Wearing a wig can't replace it. Taking hormones and try to fool people and change into a different sex is not gonna fill the void that's inside of you. You gotta dig deeper. Because your transition will not be successful until you do the homework that you have to do from within. 100%. I know that for a fact. Take care, everybody. Much love. On to the next one. LanceScurv out.